Okay, so we have found the pivot element through that, and that is the 2. 2 is the pivot element we had. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to make this pivot element into 1, and the remaining into 0. The remaining elements in the particular column, the coefficient has to be 0. So this we are going to do. What we are going to do, we are going to make this element into 1 unit element, and the rest will be 0. Okay, so for that, what would we do? We have to divide this row from 2, so that it will become 1, and then we have to multiply that particular. The new values would be obviously 1, so we have to multiply this value 1 with 3, and then we have to minus it with this element, this element row. So what would it be? It would be 0. So this we are going to perform. Okay, let's start with this. 2 is, need to update the tableau. The 2, you see, raw 2 divide by 2, or we may call it R2 old, raw 2 old, so that we get to remember R2 new is what it is. So you see R2 old is this, so it is being divided with the 2. So what would it be? It would be 1 by 2, 1, 0 by 2 is 0, 1 by 2. So it would be this. And the 5 would be 5 by 2. Right hand side of this would be. So what I just did, I divide this by 2. So you see what happened. 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 2 by 2, 1, 0 by 2, 0, and 1 by 2, 1, and 5 by 2 is here. So this is we are done with the x2 row. Okay, let me make a tableau for you to make you understand. Okay. So what is the new R2? New R2 is 1 by 2, 1, 0, 1 by 2, 5 by 2. The new R2 is, from this, it became this. Okay. Now, these are same, just to complete the tableau. Okay, now we are done with this. What we have to do next, we have to make this row into 1. This row into 1. So how we could make it? We have these elements. From these elements, we have to make it 0. The R1 has to be 0. With these elements of R2, the R1 has to be 0. So let's begin with that. Let's begin with that. So you write it over here that new R2, this has to be multiplied by 3, is to be R2 new multiplied by 3. Okay, multiply by 3. And then it has to be subtracted from R1. It is subtracted with the R1, and that is the R1 old, and it will give you the value of R1 new. So you see, you will find the R1 new by subtracting R1 old. That is here, this 0, 2, 3, 1, 0. This is the R1 old. You just have to subtract it with this by multiplying it 3. So what will happen? You see, we will do it over here just to make you understand better. R1 new equals to R1 old minus 3 R2 new. Okay. Now, what we do next? We do step by step with this element. We start with this element. This element, if we take this element, so R1 is 2, old is 2, okay, minus 3 R2 new, that is 1 by 2, okay. Next is R1 old 3 minus 3 R2 new 1. Next is R1 old 1 minus 3 R2 new, that is 0. Next is R1 old 0 minus 3 R2 new 1 by 2. We have to apply on this as well, on the 5 by 2 as well. So you see R1 new equals to R1 old, that is 8 minus 3. Okay, over here you see 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 is, as we know, the formula is R1 new. So this new would be R1 old, that is 8. 8 is the R1 old, minus 3 into R2. R2 is 5 by 2. It is 5 by 2. So let's solve it. 4 2 is the LCM over here, okay, and it is 4 over here, minus 3 3 minus 3, 0. 1 minus 3 into 0 is 1. 0 minus 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2. This is 8 minus 15 by 2. So it will be 16. LCM, when we take the LCM, it is 16 by 2. 5 is 15 minus 15. So what would it be? 1 by 2. It will be 1 by 2, and it will also would be 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 would be here. Okay, 0 would be here, and 1 is here, minus 3 by 2 is here, and 1 by 2 is here. And we already know the basis was S1, its coefficient was 0. So we are done with this. You see what we have done. Let me summarize. We have made the pivot element into 1, and other than pivot element made it 0. This we did. And how we did? We did by dividing by R2, this whole row, divide by 2. You see 1 by 2, 1, 0, 1 by 2, 5 by 2 is there. So it is a new R2. So now we have to make it, this is 1 now. We have to make this element 3 into 0, particularly this element. So what we need to do, we need to do like this. This old element, that is 3, or the whole row. But our focus is to make it 0. So for that, what we did, R1 old, that is 3, minus 3 into R2 new, 3. So this would be 3. So 3 minus 3, 0. It will be 0. So this we did, and we got this. So this is our new one. So this is the R1 new. This is R2 new. We have new now. Okay. Let's move ahead. We find out the ZJ. So what ZJ would be? 0 into 1 by 2 would be 0, plus 5 into 1 by 2. So it would be 5 by 2. 5 by 2. So 0 into 0, 5 into 5 and the 5. That would be here. 0 into 0, 5, 0, 0, 0. 0 into 0, 5 into 1 by 2, 5 by 2. 0 into 0, 5 5s are 25. It would be 25 by 2. This is here. Now we will find out the net evaluation law, that is Cj minus Zj. Cj minus Zj. So what would it be? Cj is 3. 3 minus Zj. So 3 minus 5 by 2 is 3 to 6. 6 minus 5, 5 by 2. So it will be 1 by 2. It would be 1 by 2. Next is Cj minus Zj. Cj value is Cj value is 5. It is 5. That would be 0. Cj value is 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Cj value is 0. 0 minus 5 by 2 minus 5 by 2. So this is the net evaluation row. This is the value of the net evaluation row. So the value of the net evaluation row. Okay, so you see what our condition was. Our condition was to make it less than or equals to 0. If it is less than equals to 0, then it would be our optimum solution. So let's see. Yes, this is less than 0. This is equals to 0. And this is equals to 0. So these three elements are fulfilling the condition except this. This is the only element which is not accepting the condition. So what we have to do, we have to solve this again. So what would be our next step? That would be step 5. So step 5 would be